The night forest was breathing deeply. Its breath was cool, yet gentle, as if embracing the entire world. Each leaf, heavy with dew, drifted quietly into slumber. When the wind brushed the branches, a faint chime-like sound faded into the distance. Yuina walked, guided by that sound. She carried no light. Yet the ground glowed faintly beneath her feet, the soft shimmer of luminescent moss lighting her path, as though countless stars had fallen to rest upon the earth. How many years had it been since she last walked this forest? Once, it had been her sanctuary, a place where her heart could find peace, no matter how hard the day had been. But over time, she had drifted away. Lost in the rush of days, and the quiet ache she could not name, she had forgotten even to remember the forest. Yet tonight, as she lay sleepless and gazed out the window, she saw a single star glimmer in the sky. And in that moment, something within her whispered softly, "Come home." Drawn by that voice, Yuina began walking toward the forest once more. After a while, a gentle mist drifted between the trees. It glowed with a milky light, spreading like moonlight dissolved into air. It felt as though the forest itself was exhaling a dream. Her footsteps melted into the silence. The wind had stilled. Somewhere far away, a drop of water fell upon the moss. Then another. With each drop, the moss carpet shimmered faintly, like breath. Yuina stopped and watched in awe. The night forest was alive, breathing. As she listened to its rhythm, the tension in her heart slowly began to unwind. Long ago, she too had simply breathed like this, in the quiet of the forest. Not to show anyone, nor to achieve anything, but simply to feel alive. But somewhere along the way, she began to search for meaning, for purpose. Her heart grew tired, her words faded, and even the silence of night began to frighten her. Maybe, deep down, what I wanted was to return to this quiet. She whispered softly. Her voice dissolved into the mist, carried gently into the forest's depths. Soon, the path opened into a small hollow. The ground was blanketed with glowing moss, shimmering like an emerald sea under the breeze. Yuina knelt down and touched the moss. Cool and tender beneath her fingers, it pulsed faintly with life. In that moment, the distant trees began to stir. From between the branches, golden lights drifted down. They fluttered like butterflies, circling gently around her. It felt as though the forest itself was welcoming her home. Within the soft glow, Yuina sensed something familiar. It reminded her of a small creature she once met here, or perhaps of a warmth she thought she'd lost forever. The light hovered near her chest, shimmering softly. And then, it faded. In that instant, something inside her loosened. The strings wound tied around her heart quietly unraveled. Silence filled her chest, and a single tear slipped down her cheek. It wasn't a tear of sorrow. It was the tear of a heart that had finally begun to breathe again. She lay down upon the glowing moss. The earth was soft, gently warm. Above her, the stars peeked through the branches. The lights above and below blended slowly together, and the world melted into one quiet dream. She listened to the sound of the forest breathing. It was as tender as the heartbeat she once heard upon her mother's lap. As if the entire world was drifting into sleep. Yuina's eyelids grew heavy. "Good night." The words slipped softly from her lips. The wind stirred. The trees swayed. The moss glowed once more, then gently dimmed. The forest and Yuina fell into the same quiet dream. The stillness of night deepened once more, wrapping the forest in its tender arms. The wind, the light, and all life became one. And the world returned to its peaceful darkness. Somewhere far away, the forest whispered softly, "It's all right now." Smiling at that voice, Yuina sank into the gentle depths of sleep.